Yes, students. Now we will discuss the additional questions from the question bank on chapter 2. Come to the question bank. One by one we will discuss. Question number 1. As per section 7 of CGST Act 2017, for the purposes of goods and service tax, the expression supply includes all forms of supply of goods or services or both, such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease or disposal, made or agreed to be made for a consideration by a person in the course or furtherance of business. Guys, whatever dialogue they gave here was given in section 7(1)(a). Discuss as per the provisions of the CGST Act 2017 or rules made thereunder. When an activity can be treated as supply, even if there is no consideration, or even if it is not in the course or furtherance of business. Guys, it is a question asked in the exam for 5 marks. They're simply asking whatever they gave in the first paragraph was just a story. What they're asking you to tell is, explain is the 4 paras of schedule 1. The 4 paras of schedule 1. You can just observe how I have given you. As per section 7(1)(c) read with schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017, in the following 4 cases, supplies made without consideration will be treated as supply. And explain each of the para and try to explain it in the same order, guys. Clear? You can observe 1, 2, 3, 4 because that 1, 2, 3, 4 stands for what? Para numbers. Clear? And see here, I need not explain all this again because we already discussed the explanation in detail. Now, while explaining, guys, it is for a 5 marks. Sir, here we will use the word related person, distinct person and all. Should we define them? It is defined in the law. Even while explaining in the class, I explained it. Who is related, who is distinct and all. But when question is for 4 or 5 marks, you cannot explain so much because of time constraint. So what do? Please stick to whatever I have given you. Clear? Yes. So you can just observe, however I have presented, same way you try to present it, guys. Means related person and the distinct person definition is not required here because see, if time permits, if you have time, you can write it, nothing wrong. But here for 5 marks, that will become too much, guys. And here, however, I have given, no, sir, I cannot bold, no, sir, in the exam hall, maybe you will underline it. If required, whatever I have given in the bold, no, the heading part, permanent transfer or disposal of business assets where ITC has been availed on such assets. Clear? Guys, see, they are asking this kind of direct question. For that, you should know what is given in schedule 1. Only then you can reproduce it here. If not, you will not be able to write. Or else, sir, in one line, will I just write the paras? No, you will not get full marks. However, I have given you, including the explanation, you can see to some extent, I have also given the explanation. That much is enough, guys. Clear? See, this is one kind of question you can expect, or else they will give story-wise. Scenario they will give. Because supplied to related person, so and so, without consideration in the course or furtherance of business, help him to understand whether it is a supply or not. That is like a case-based question. We will see that also. Fine. Next, second one. I am not explaining it because everything we already taken care. I am just telling you how to present it. But wherever explanation is required, I will do it, guys. Examine the existence of consideration for donation received by charitable institution from individual donors without quid pro quo. An important feature as defined in section 2 clause 31 of CGST Act 2017. Guys, what is section 231? Defines consideration. It defines consideration. We saw one clarification with respect to this. You remember? Yes, question is straight away on that. I told you there will be question even asked on clarification. 5 marks question in the exam. Let us see that. I just need to explain the clarification. That's all. Guys, simple. What is it? Sir, when an individual donor give a donation or charitable contribution, if the other person is publicizing or marketing my business or my profession, will it be a supply? Yes. Individual donors provide financial help or any other support in the form of donation or gift to institution such as religious institutions, charitable organization, schools, hospitals, orphanages, old age home, etc. The recipient institution place a name plate or similar such acknowledgement in their premises to express the gratitude. But will that be a consideration, guys? No. Just mentioning the name is not a problem. When the name of the donor is displayed in recipient's institution or premises in such a manner which can be said to be an expression of gratitude and public recognition of donor's act of philanthropy and is not aimed at, it is not aimed at giving any publicity to the donor in such manner that it would be an advertising or promotion of his business, then it can be said that there is no supply of service for a consideration in the form of donation. There is no obligation quid pro quo on part of the recipient of donation or gift to do anything. That is, there is a supply of service or no, sir. In that case, therefore, there is no GST liability on such consideration. Some examples, whatever examples I had already given, same examples I have given you. In each of these examples, only name is mentioned, which is not a problem. It may be noticed that there is no reference or mention of any business or activity of the donor, which otherwise would have got advertised. Thus, where all the three conditions are satisfied, namely, what are those? Gift or donation is made to a charitable organization. The payment has the character of gift or donation, and the purpose is purely philanthropic. Nothing in return I am expecting. It leads to no commercial gain. Means there is no commercial gain. And there is no advertisement. Hence, GST is not applicable, guys. Okay. Then describe the provisions relating to import of service. So they are targeting only import of service by a registered person as contained in section 71B or 71C and schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017. Guys, they are asking you to explain the provisions with respect to import of service. There is two connections, 71B and para 4 of schedule 1. You need to connect both and explain. You remember the chart? But in the exam, please don't write chart and all. That is only for your better understanding. So now how will you write? I have given it here. Actually, in the suggested answer also for 5 marks, whatever they have given is very less. But obviously, we cannot go beyond this also. Let us see. As per the provisions of section 71B of CGST Act, import of services for a consideration shall be considered as supply, whether or not in the course or furtherance of business. If you want, you can write 1 or 2 more lines extra telling. Here, the purpose of import of service is not relevant. Even from whom we are importing is not relevant. Whereas now coming to, as per the provisions of section 71C, read with schedule 1, para 4 of CGST Act 2017, import of services by a person from a related person or from any of his other establishment outside India in the course or furtherance of business shall be treated as supply, even if it is made without consideration. This is what is given in the section. But I feel somewhere this is not the question to be asked for 5 marks in the exam. But if by chance, if the similar answer question is asked, guys, then here maybe you give little more explanation telling, no, from whom we are importing is not relevant. And also why we are importing is not relevant. Clear? Yes. Examine whether the following activities would be treated as supply under GST law. First one, Mr. Sonu from Chandigarh purchased a water cooler from Malhotra Bros of Vasairpur for 25,000 to donate it to a temple situated in Vasairpur. Mr. Sonu directed Malhotra Bros to engrave the words on water cooler donated by Mr. Sonu from Chandigarh. Not a problem. Is there any marketing? Is there any advertising? No. Name is okay. And dispatch the water cooler directly to the temple. That's simple here. Sonu from Chandigarh purchased a water cooler from Malhotra Bros, right? So, is there a supply from Malhotra Bros to Sonu? Yes. But we are not talking about that here. Now, Sonu asked Malhotra Bros to deliver it to whom? To a temple. To a temple. Sir, is that a supply? No. Because she is giving, no, sorry, he is giving free of cost. He is not receiving anything in return. There is no publicity also. There is no advertising also. So, it is not a supply from Sonu to temple, guys. So 2 marks question. Donation received by a charitable organization are treated as consideration only if there exists quid pro quo. There is an obligation on part of recipient of the donation or gift to do something. Only then it will become a supply. Since the name of donor, Mr. Sonu, is displayed in temple as an expression of gratitude and public recognition of his act of philanthropy, and there is not aimed at advertising or promotion of his business. Hence, donation of water cooler by Sonu to a temple without quid pro quo, that is without consideration, and is thus not a supply under GST, guys. However, supply of water cooler by Malhotra to Mr. Sonu, is it a supply? Yes. Who is the supplier there? Malhotra. Is a supply as it is made for a consideration in the course or furtherance of business. Next, there is one more question, sub question of that itself. for 2 marks. Vesco Limited, a registered person in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, having head office located in Singapore. Singapore, where is it? Outside India. Received management consultancy services free of cost from its head office. Import of service. Hello. Import of service without consideration. From whom? From related party. Sir, why so? Because head office. Controlling each other are? Yes. Related. So simple, guys. Para 4. Import of services from a related person from outside India. Import means obviously outside India only. Yes. For a without consideration in the course or furtherance of business. Why so? Because management consultant services. So it is considered to be in the course or furtherance of business, guys. And obviously, if it is a company who is receiving it, guys, for company it cannot be personal. It cannot be personal. Correct? Huh? Now assume owner of the company received it for his personal purpose. Then it can become personal. But when it comes to company, if they are importing any services, we will assume that it is for business purpose. It is in the course or furtherance of business, guys. As per section 71C read with schedule 1, para 4 of CGST Act 117, or else you can start like this also. Okay, vice versa is okay, guys. As per para 4 of schedule 1 of CGST Act, read with section 71C. Either way is okay. But make sure that you will mention both. In case of import of services by a person from a related person or from his establishment located outside India without consideration in the course or furtherance of business shall be treated as supply. Applicable provision. Now coming to the case. In the given case, Vesco Limited from Ahmedabad, that is Gujarat, part of India, has imported management consultancy services free of cost, that is without consideration. In bracket, you can write without consideration. From its head office in Singapore, which is establishment located outside India in the course or furtherance of business. Hence, or related person, you can write simple. Hence, services received by Vesco Limited qualify as supply, even though such services have been provided free of cost by the head office. And you can also tell it is in the course of business. Yes, this question again repeated. Explain the activities which are made without consideration but will be treated as supply under section 7 of CGST Act. Again, you need to explain 4 paras of schedule 1, guys. And please be careful. You can observe here. Here the question is very straight. Whereas in the first question, what we saw, they gave what is there in 7.1a, which will not make any sense for us. Later they told, please explain the cases where it is a supply even without consideration. So straight away they would have asked, explain the cases covered in schedule 1. And guys, please be careful. They can also ask this as explain the scenarios of deemed supply or explain deemed supply. Deemed supply is nothing but whatever is covered in para 4. 4 paras of schedule 1, guys. Para 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing, whatever I had already told you, same thing you have to present it here. Next, you can observe, even on schedule 3 question is asked. List any 5 activities or transactions specified under schedule 3 of CGST Act 2017, which shall be neither treated as supply of goods nor supply of services. Detailed explanation is not required. Detailed explanation is not required. Means you just tell which are those which are covered in schedule 3. That's all. You can observe, and it is for 5 marks, guys. How many they have asked? 5. But I have given everything, is it? Whatever is covered in schedule 3, no, everything I have given. But you guys write in the exam 5, or for safety 1 or 2 extra also you can write. And if they ask any 5, keep this as a choice. Keep this as a choice. Better write others. Okay, that you will do anyway. I need not tell it. I know. Activities or transactions which shall be treated neither as supply of goods nor supply of services are as per section 7.2 read with schedule 2. Guys, observe how I am presenting it. As per schedule 3 read with section 7.2 or vice versa. As per 7.2 read with schedule 3 of CGST Act. List out the items, guys. List out the items. Is that clear? I will just give some shortcuts to remember. Guys, easy to remember. You know, when you started studying English especially, what is the first thing you read? What is the first thing you studied? ABC. Learn A, B, C, D, E. Learn A, B, C, D, E. Okay, I will give the shortcut. Just a minute. I have just arranged it in the order of shortcut. Learn ABCD. L, first one. L stands for land. Sale of land is outside GST, huh? Yes, along with constructed building. Next, A for actionable claim, but other than specified actionable claim. Correct? L for land, A for actionable claim, B for burial services, which includes crematorium and all. Then C for services by court and tribunal. Then D for duties performed by so and so parties. They have given the list of people. If they perform any duties, okay, then it is a part of negative list. Then E for employment service. Then E for employment service. Later they added something with respect to insurance and all, which is an amendment. Yeah, so that you can consider it as I. But if they ask you any 5, 6 and all, please try to answer from whatever is there in the top. Clear? Yes. I have just arranged it in the order of shortcut here. Okay. Sure. Sir, here the duties performed and all, you have given it in one point. Can I explain it as separate point? Yes. You can write it as a separate point. Duties performed by the respective people. Okay. Seventh one. Examine whether the following activities would amount to supply under GST law. 4 marks question. Glory Limited is engaged in manufacturing and selling of cosmetic products. Seva Trust, a charitable organization, approached Glory Limited to provide financial assistance for its charitable activities. Glory Limited donated a sum of 2 lakh to Seva Trust with a condition that Seva Trust will place a hoarding at an entrance of the trust premises displaying the picture of product sold by Glory Limited. Is there a promotion? Yes. Clear cut promotion. Sir, is it a supply? Yes. Supply of what? Advertising service. Who is supplying it? The charitable institution. To whom? To Glory. So for that, how much Glory is paying? Or Glory Limited is paying? 2 lakh. So for advertising service, it is like giving 2 lakh. So value of supply would be 2 lakh guys in that case. As per section 71A of CGST Act 2017, an activity qualifies as supply under GST only if it is for a consideration and is in the course or furtherance of business. Donation received by charitable organization are treated as consideration only if there exists quid pro quo, that is something in return. There is an obligation on part of recipient of the donation or gift to do anything, that is supply of service. In the given case, Glory Limited donated a sum of 2 lakh to Seva Trust with the condition that Seva Trust will place a hoarding at the entrance of trust premises displaying the picture of product sold by Glory Limited, clear advertising, which is aimed at advertising promotion of our business. Hence, donation of 2 lakh to Seva Trust by Glory Limited is a supply under GST law as there is a quid pro quo. Sir, from Glory, what is the consideration? 2 lakh. From charitable trust, what is the consideration? Advertising, marketing. Then there is one more sub question out of that only. Actually, question was asked for 4 marks. So 2 marks each, guys. Mr. Swami of Chennai is working as manager with ABC Bank. He consulted Jacobs and Company of London and took its advice for buying a residential house in Mumbai and paid them a consultancy fee of consideration is there, people. 200 UK pound for this import of service. Guys. When there is a consideration, which one will you check? 71B. Import of service for a consideration. Why? Doesn't matter. Personal law, business law, doesn't matter. As per section 71B of CGST Act 2017, import of services for a consideration, whether or not in the course or furtherance of business, is a supply. In the given case, Mr. Swami of Chennai imported services from Jacobs and Company Import of London for personal purpose for consultancy fee of 200 UK pound. Will this matter, sir? No. Thus, the import of services by Mr. Swami amounts to supply, although it is not in the course or furtherance of business. Guys, are you observing? First, this was applicable provision. This is given scenario. Last line is conclusion. Presentation. Whenever they have given the questions like this, guys, you present it in 3 steps. What are those? First one, applicable provision. Applicable provision. Next, facts and analysis. Facts and analysis means what has actually happened as per the question. Last is conclusion. Please stay out. Last is conclusion. Next, eighth one. Appy Construction Limited A registered builder under a GST in Bangalore, Karnataka has got permission to build 5 floors from municipal projects of for one of its project at Suraj Nagar. Okay. They have got a permission to construct. Aditya Construction, a neighboring housing project, approached Appy Construction Limited to discuss regarding blockage of sunlight issue arising out of construction of 5 floors and asked it to build only 3 floors, for which 20 lakh was offered as compensation. If both the party agree for it, is it a supply, guys? Yes, supply of what? Service. Appy Constructions Limited agreed to the offer. Okay, they both agreed. It may be noted that Aditya Construction is not ready to pay any further amount to Appy Construction Limited in addition to the amount already agreed. Means they are paying 20 lakh payment or compensation for not to do something, to refrain from doing something. Is it a supply, guys? Yes, supply of service. But they are telling that person is not ready to pay anything extra. In that case, what should we consider? 20 lakh is already including GST. 20 lakh already includes GST. Briefly explain with correct legal provision whether the above amount received as compensation is liable to GST or not. And if considered as taxable, then calculate the total GST payable by Appy Constructions Limited. Assume the applicable rate of CGST and SGST is 9% each, in total 18%. Also state the conditions to be complied with, guys. This also has to be read with Schedule 2, and also there is one clarification for it, which we read clarification. As per section 7(1)(a), read with Schedule 2 of CGST Act 2017, you can also mention as per clarification, because even there is one clarification on this. Agreeing to the obligation to refrain from an act or to tolerate an act or a situation or to do an act. Sir, is it mandatory to mention as per clarification or as per circular? That is a choice, guys. But mention section number, schedule and all. Yeah. Agreeing to an obligation to refrain from an act. Refrain from an act means what? Not to do. Or to tolerate an act or a situation. Or to do an act has been specifically declared to be a supply of service if the same constitutes a supply as per CGST Act 2017. In the given case, Appy Construction Limited has agreed to build only 3 floors, even though it is permitted to construct 5 floors by municipal authorities for a compensation of 20 lakh. This results in supply of service. The conditions to be complied with for the above supply will be: there must be an expressed or implied agreement or contract. Okay, there is already, both the parties have agreed for it. And please be careful, they didn't tell written contract should be there. Even if they have mutually agreed orally also, it's fine. Consideration must flow in return to this contract or agreement. Guys, is both the conditions satisfied? Yes, 20 lakh the person is receiving, not to do something. Since Aditya Construction is not ready to pay any further amount to Appy Construction Limited in addition to the amount already agreed, the amount received 20 lakh shall be treated as what? Inclusive of GST. And what will be the GST amount, guys? 20 lakh divided by 118. Sir, why 118? 100 plus how much is the GST rate? 18. Sir, how 18? 9 plus 9. Into 9. How much we are getting? 1,52,542. CGST, same amount. Yes, GST. Same amount, yes, GST. Or else you can also do like this, people. That is 20 lakh is the total amount including GST. Including GST total is how much, people? 100 plus 18. Got it? Yes. You can do into 18. You will get total GST amount. You will get total GST amount. You can divide it by 2. CGST, SGST. CGST, yes, GST. This is alternate way. Clear? Please be careful. Denominator is nothing but 100 plus GST rate. And here GST rate means we need to take 9 plus 9, 18. But while calculating, they have taken only into 9, sir. Why? Because they have done CGST and SGST equal. Straight away each. Or else alternatively, you can do like this also. Into 18 you do. You get total GST amount. Divide it by 2. 9% CGST, 9% SGST, guys. Okay. Next. Examine the implication of GST on supply of food and beverages at cinema halls. It is an RTP question. You need to just explain that circular. Eating joint is a wide term which includes refreshment of eating stalls, kiosks, counters, or the restaurant at cinema also. The cinema operator may run this refreshment or eating stalls or kiosks, counters, restaurants themselves, or they may give it on a contract to a third party. The customer may like to avail the services supplied by this refreshment, snack counters, or choose not to avail these services. Further, the cinema operator can also install vending machines or supply of any other recreational service, such as through coin operated machines, etc., which a customer may or may not avail it. It is purely optional. Now, what is the ultimate clarification, sir? It is hereby clarified through a circular that supply of food or beverages in a cinema hall is a restaurant service as long as the food or beverages are supplied by way of or as a part of service and supplied as a independent, means separately, of the cinema exhibition service. Sir, what if both are clubbed for a single price? Then, where the sale of cinema ticket and supply of food and beverages are clubbed together, and such bundled supply satisfy the test of composite supply, the entire supply will attract GST at the rate applicable to service of what? Exhibition of cinema, because that will be a principal supply, guys. That will be a principal supply, considering it as composite, naturally bundled. 10th one. Gamma Multiplex registered in the state of Punjab gives the following offers for booking movie tickets. Okay, what is it? Only ticket 200 per person, excluding GST. Combo offer 350 per person, which includes 200 for ticket, 150 for snacks. Snack only 250 per token. Snacks quantity will be more than compared to combo offer. That and all doesn't matter. They give less or more and all. There is two individual supply, one combo. One combo. For the month of April to 2024, Gamma Multiplex situated in Punjab made the following supplies. 10,000 tickets under combo offer, 2,500 tickets only. Okay, only tickets, that is film tickets. 1,000 tokens of snacks only. GST rate applicable are for snacks 2.5, 2.5, and if it is IGST, 5. For service of exhibition of cinema, 9, 9, and 18. The total is 18. Okay, sir. You are required to determine the following by explaining the relevant provisions. What are those? Rate of GST to be applied when combo supply is made. Guys, whether combo is a composite supply? Yes, it is a composite supply. See, don't get confused here. The combo price is how much? 350. But actually they have given the breakup. For customers, are they giving breakup? No. Maybe for you, they have given their 200, 150 and all. But they are selling both of this for a single price of how much, guys? 350. So should I consider a single price or separate price? Single price. Clear? Because if it is a separate price, it will go here. Clear? Now, can we consider this as a composite supply? Yes. Which is the principal supply here? Ticket. Ticket. Whatever is the rate applicable for the ticket will be applicable for the entire value, guys. Rate of GST to be applied when snacks are sold in multiplex. Okay, only for snacks. For snacks, actually, what is the rate? 5%, 2.5, 2.5. Then gross GST payable by Gamma Multiplex for the month of April. Considering all three, how much GST they should pay for April? 5 marks question asked in the exam. The combo supply of cinema tickets and snacks is a composite supply wherein the entire supply will attract GST at the rate applicable to service of exhibition of cinema being the principal supply. Further, it is an intrastate supply since the place of supply is Punjab. Okay. Location of supplier. Guys, what is the location of supplier? Punjab. Where is the supplier registered? Punjab. Sir, where is the cinema exhibition happening? In Punjab. Because obviously theater is in the Punjab. So location of supplier, place of supply, both is in Punjab. Intra na inter? Intra. Intra. So what would we leave it, guys? 9% CGST, 9% SGST. Next, on entire value. Entire value means how much, people? I will just tell you. 1 second. 350 into combo is 10,000. So 350 into 10,000 into 9%, 9% each. CGST, SGST. Second one. Supply of snacks is an individual supply. Further, it is an intrastate supply since the place of supply is Punjab. Thus, the applicable rates of GST are 2.5% CGST, 2.5% SGST. Even this is intrastate. Clear? Because location of supplier and place of supply is in both is in Punjab only. Okay, sir. Last one. They asked us to calculate total value. Guys, how much combo offer has been supplied? 10,000. What is the price of each combo offer? 350. So total value comes to 35 lakh. On that, what is the GST rate? 9% each. 9% CGST, 9% SGST. So calculate 35 lakh into 9%. 35 lakh into 9%. Yes, sir. Next, tickets only. How many tickets have been supplied, guys? 2,500. For each ticket, what is the price? 200. What is the total value of supply? 5 lakh. That is 2,500 into 200. On this, what is the GST rate? 9%. So 9% of 12 lakh comes to 45. And hope you guys understood this 9% why. What is the composite? Is it a composite supply? Yes. Which is principal? Ticket. For ticket, what is the rate? 9%. On entire 350, should we charge 9%? Yes. So the total value is 35 lakh. On that, we charged 9%. The rate applicable for principal supply. Last one. Snacks. How many snacks is supplied? 1,000 tokens or something they told. 1,000 tokens. Okay. Maybe they are giving the token. Using the token, you will purchase the snacks or you will take the snacks. Okay. 1,000 into what is the price per token? 250. So what is the total value? 2,50,000. What is the GST rate on snacks, people? 2.5, which is nothing but restaurant service. Guys, okay, listen here. Is this supply of goods or supply of service? Ema, this is supply of goods or supply of service? Huh? Supply of goods or supply of service? Goods. Supply of service. Restaurant is always a supply of service. What is the rate applicable? 2.5. 2,50,000 be attentive. 2,50,000 into 2.5% comes to 6,250 CGST, 6,250 SGST. So what is the total GST to be paid by Gamma Multiplex in the month of April, guys? CGST 3,66,250. SGST also same amount. Same amount. Chaitanya, you are missing anyone? You want to join? Composite supply is treated as supply of that particular goods or services which attracts the highest rate of tax for the purpose of considering tax liability. Examine the validity of the statement. The statement is incorrect, guys. As per section 8 of CGST Act 2017, composite supply comprising two or more supplies, one of which is a principal supply, shall be treated as a supply of what? Principal supply and not highest rate. Actually, highest rate is for which supply? Mixed supply. The entire value of composite supply will be charged at the rate which is applicable to principal supply. Principal supply means the supply of goods or services which constitutes the predominant element of a composite supply and to which any other supply forming part of that composite supply is ancillary. Guys. Yes. So these are the additional questions on chapter 2, guys. Yes, students. Now we will discuss the questions from ICI material on chapter 2. First one. Meghraj and Co. wishes to commence the business of supplying ready-made garments within Punjab and in the neighboring states of Delhi and Haryana. Kindly state as to what is taxable event under GST, supply, and leviability of CGST, SGST, UTGST and IGST on the same. Guys, simple. If the supply is intra-state supply, that is within the state, what would be levied? CGST plus SGST. And if it is outside the state, what is levied? IGST. But if they want to see, wishes to commence the business of supplying ready-made garments within Punjab and in the neighboring states of Delhi and Haryana. See, if they want to set up a branch in Delhi and Haryana, they should take a separate registration even in Delhi, Haryana. Or being in Punjab only, can they sell the goods in Delhi and Haryana? Yes, but in that case, it will be treated as what? Interstate supply. Yes, let us see the answer. Taxable event under GST is the supply of goods or services or both made for a consideration in the course or furtherance of business. CGST and SGST will be levied in case of intrastate supply and IGST will be levied on interstate supply. Guys, asking such a simple question, chances are very less. But even if by chance, if they just ask for 1 or 2 marks, you will write this much. If they ask for more marks, then you should also tell what is intra, what is inter and all. Clear? Yes. Fine, sir. We are done with this. Second question. Damodar Private Limited, registered in Delhi, is planning to transfer some goods to its branch registered in West Bengal. Guys, Delhi to West Bengal. Is it between distinct persons? Yes, separately registered. Without any consideration, still it is a supply as per para 2 of schedule 1. So that the goods can be sold from the branch. So when goods are moved or transported or transferred from Delhi branch to West Bengal branch, is it a supply, guys? Yes, between distinct person, even without a consideration, it is a supply as per para 2 of schedule 1, read with section 7(1)(c). The company believes that the transaction that will be undertaken by it would not qualify as supply as no consideration is involved. Are they right, guys? No. Ascertain whether the transfer of goods by Damodar Private Limited to its branch office would qualify as supply. Yes, it is a supply. See, they will ask question like this. They will give a case where you need to answer with respect to the respective provision, para, schedule, section, like that. As per schedule 1, read with section 7(1)(c), or if you know the para number, please mention that also. That is para 2. Supply of goods or services or both between related person or distinct person as specified in section 25 when made in the course or furtherance of business is deemed to be supply even if it is made without consideration. Applicable provision. In the given case, since the Damodar Private Limited and its branch located in another state are distinct person because they would have definitely taken separate registration in each state, supply of goods between them would qualify as suppliers. Is that actually you can also tell in 1 or 2 line who is distinct person. Better before answering this, you can also tell who is distinct person. Clear? Yes. Next, third one. Prithvi Associates is engaged in the supply of taxable goods. It inquires from its tax advisor as to whether any activity can be treated as supply even if it is made without consideration. In accordance with the provisions of GST law, you are required to enumerate such activities. Guys, we need to just explain 4 activities. See, same question we saw in 3 different ways they asked. In additional questions also we saw. One was direct question, another one was full build-up. First they told 7(1)(a) with consideration that this and all. But later they asked which are the activities are supply even without consideration. I guess it was the first question itself. Okay. So you can see same question, they are asking it in different ways. What should we explain here? The 4 activities covered in schedule 1. Correct, Ayman? What has to be explained? 4 paras of schedule 1. Okay, that is what is given here. Anyway, number of times we already seen it, so I won't be explaining it again. Fourth question. Fourth, fifth we already covered. Even sixth we already covered in the question bank, guys. Let us move to seventh one. Determine whether the following supplies would be treated as supply of goods or supply of services as per schedule 2. As per schedule 2. Schedule 2 talks about what? Sir, we already identified the supply. Now we need to tell whether it is a supply of goods or supply of services. Oh. Temporary transfer or permitting use or enjoyment of any intellectual property right. Guys, if I have given my intellectual property right for you to use, what is it, sir? Copyright, trademark and all. Supply of service. I will answer here only. Supply of service. Next, any treatment or process which is applied to another person's goods. We learned repair work or iron work or stitching work, that is tailor. So what is it? Supply of service. Transfer of title in the goods. What is it, guys? Supply of goods. Supply of goods. Eighth one, we already covered it in the question bank. Ninth one. Examine whether the activity of import of service in the following independent cases would amount to supply under section 7. Ms. Sriniti Kaushik received interior decoration services for her residence located at Bandra. For her residence means personal. Mumbai from Mr. Rachel of Sydney, Australia. The amount paid for said service is 5,000. Guys, consideration is there. Chandan, consideration is there. So is it a supply? Yes, as per 7.1b. 7.1b. In that case, purpose doesn't matter. Okay, let us just see the answer. How to present. Yeah, chalo. Supply under 7 inter alia. Inter alia means, sir, out of many, we are mentioning few points. Includes import of services for a consideration, even if it is not in the course or furtherance of business. Now coming to Sriniti case. Thus, although the import, first always, guys, when the question is on common provision, what I would suggest is answer this on the top. Don't take it as first. Answer it on the top because this will be common for all. Or else even one more para is there, para 4 of schedule 1. First explain both because anything connected to import is what? Only two provision is there. One is 7.1b, the other one is para 4. First explain that because that would be common. Then you start answering the sub questions. Okay, chalo. So what is the case? We will see. Thus, although the import of service for consideration by Miss Sriniti Kaushik is not in the course or furtherance of business, as the interior decoration services have been availed in respect of residence, it would amount to supply. Why doesn't matter? Is it an import of service? Yes. Is consideration there? Yes. Supply straight away. Then, Sriniti Kaushik received interior decoration services for her residence located at Bandra, again personal, Mumbai, from her brother Mr. Varun, residing in Sydney, Australia, wholly dependent on Sriniti. Related, part of family members, yes, part of family, so part of related, supply between related person, supply between related person without consideration. Further, Miss Trinity did not pay any consideration for the said service. Guys, which one should we check? Supply from a related person received from outside India, import of service. But is it in the course or furtherance of business? No. It is not in the course or furtherance of business. Even though brother is a related party, but it is received for our residence located at Bandra. So will para 4 get attracted here? No, guys. Schedule 1 inter alia stipulates that import of service, instead of starting like this, what I would suggest is write like this, as per para 4 of schedule 1, like that. Import of services by a taxable person from a related person located outside India without consideration is treated as supply only if it is provided in the course or furtherance of business. Explanation to section 15 inter alia. Again inter alia they are using. Why so? Because they cannot give the full list. They cannot give full list. Explanation to section 15 inter alia provides that person shall be deemed to be a related person if they are members of the same family. Further, what is family? Family is defined in section 2 clause 49. Spouse, children, always family. Coming to parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters of the person if they are only or mainly dependent on said person. And in our question it was about brother. Is brother completely dependent on Sriniti? Yes. So they are part of family members. So they are related. In the given case, Ms. Sriniti Kaushik has received interior decoration services from her brother. In the view of section 249(2) above, Miss Sriniti and her brother shall be considered to be related as Miss Sriniti's brother is wholly dependent on her, guys. They're wholly dependent on her. However, Miss Sriniti has taken interior decoration services for her residence and not in the course or furtherance of business because this is one of the condition in para 4. Consequently, services provided by Miss Sriniti's brother to her would not be treated as supply. Would not be treated as supply. Under section 7, read with schedule 1, guys. Oh, last part. Last part. Will your answer change if in the above case, Miss Trinity has taken interior decoration services with regard to her business premises and not her residence? Will it be a supply, guys? Yes. As per para 4 of schedule 1, it will be a supply. What was missing above is now taken care. In the above case, if Ms. Sriniti has taken interior decoration services with regard to her business premises, services provided by Ms. Sriniti's brother to her would be treated as supply under section 7 read with schedule 1, para 4. As the same are provided in the course or furtherance of business tax. Chalo. Dum Dum Electronics has sold the following electronic items to Akbar Retail Store. What they have sold? Refrigerator, 500 liters taxable at 18%. Sorry if I have disturbed anyone who was sleeping. Sorry. Refrigerator, 500 liters taxable at 18%. Now don't disturb me. Stabilizer for refrigerator taxable at 12%. LED television 42 inches taxable at 12%. All individual only. Split air condition 2 tons taxable at 28%. Stabilizer for air condition taxable at 12%. And guys, in the question they may give any rate. Please go with that. Now don't tell sir 28% is removed. No sir. So this answer is incorrect. So I will get grace marks in the exam. Please don't assume all that. For exam actually students are not expected to know the actual rates. But whatever rate they give, you need to follow the same. Dum Dum Electronics has issued a single invoice indicating the price of each of the above items separately in the same. They have given one invoice for all the items, but have they displayed the sale price of each item separately? Yes, they have given the breakup. Akbar Retail Store has given a single invoice of 1 lakh for all the items as a composite discounted price. State the type of supply and tax rate applicable in this case. Guys, is it a composite supply or a mixed supply? No question of composite, no question of mixed here. Why, sir? Each of the item they have told what is the rate. And they told we are giving invoice for 1 lakh. But will the product price be displayed separately or will it be disclosed separately in the invoice? Yes. Total they will mention 1 lakh. So it is treated as individual supply for each of this item, guys. In the given case, see, answer is less than the question length. Megan, attentive. In the given case, the items supplied by Dum Dum Electronics are not naturally bundled in the ordinary course of business. Therefore, such supply is not a composite supply. Further, although Akbar Retail Store has paid a composite discounted price for this goods, Dum Dum Electronics has not charged a single price for the said supply. So this is actually missing. Single price is missing, so I cannot call it as composite or mixed cars. Therefore, the said supply is not a mixed also. It is not composite also. It is not mixed also. It is individual. Supply of these goods is therefore supply of individual items which are taxable at the respective rates applicable to them. Oh. But actually individual selling price is not given in the question, but they told it is mentioned. You can see indicating the price of each item, they have given the invoice. Here the prices might not be given, but it is given that it is disclosed in the invoice. So it will be treated as separate supply for each of this item, guys. Manikaran, a registered supplier of Delhi, has supplied 20,000 packages at rupees 30 each to Mukija gift shop in Punjab. Each package consists of 2 chocolates, 2 fruit juice bottles, and a packet of toy balloons. Guys, as soon as you see this, what is it? Mixed or composite? Mixed. Because it is not naturally bundled. Determine the rate of GST applicable in the given case, assuming the rate of GST is as under. Guys, are they supplying all these 3 together? Yes, for how much? 30 rupees each. And it is a mixed supply. Why so? Because they are not naturally bundled. Do you want to buy all this together or individually? Individually. Whenever you want what? Oh. What is the rates? Chocolates 18, fruit juice bottle 12, and toy balloons 5%. Guys, which is the highest rate? 18%. So that is applicable. That is applicable on what price? 20,000 into 30 into 18%. Into 18%. Oh, as the question is on mixed supply, they are defining it. As per section 2 clause 74, mixed supply means 2 or more individual supplies of goods or services or any combination thereof made in conjunction with each other. Conjunction means together by a taxable person for a single price, where such supply does not constitute a composite supply, means it is not a composite. Supply of package containing chocolates, fruit juice bottles, and a packet of toy balloons is a mixed supply, as each of these items can be supplied separately and is not dependent on any other. Further, as per section 8b, 8a talks about tax rates for composite supply. 8B talks about tax rates for mixed supply. Sir, subsection don't want means you just remember at least 8. Please be careful. Composite supply and mixed supply is defined in section 230 and 274 respectively. But tax rates on that is given in 8. When you're writing what is composite, what is mixed, don't use the section number 8 because section 8 will not tell what is composite, what is mixed. It will tell what is the tax rate applicable. The mixed supply is treated as supply of that particular supply which attracts the highest rate of tax. Thus, in the given case, supply of packages is treated as supply of chocolates. Why so? Because that attracts highest rate of GST. Since it attracts the highest rate of tax and the rate of GST applicable on the entire package would be 20,000 into rupees 30 each, you will get 6 lakh on that 18%. On that it would be 18%, guys. 12. Gagan Engineering Private Limited, registered in Haryana, is engaged in providing maintenance and repair services for heavy steel machinery. For carrying out the repair work, Gagan Engineering Private Limited sends its container trucks equipped with items like repair equipments, consumables, tools, parts, etc. from Haryana workshop to its own repairing centers registered under GST law. Okay, that as the person is sending the truck or vehicles to his own repair shop which is there in another state. Can he send it, guys? Yes. Sir, on the movement of truck or lorry, will GST be leviable? No. But for that repair service, if consideration is charged or not, is it a supply? Yes, it will be a supply. Okay, sure. To its own repairing center registered under GST law located in other states across India, where the client's machinery are being brought and are being repaired. Discuss the leviability of GST on interstate movement of trucks from workshop of Gagan Engineering Private Limited in Haryana on its own repairing centers located in other states across India. Guys, is there a supply of truck? No, no. There is no supply of truck, but there is a supply of service. Which service? Repair service. Repair service. There was a clarification for this, which we read. Read with section 7.2. 7 subsection 2, guys. Yeah. As per section 25.4, a person who has obtained more than one registration, whether in one state or union territory, or more than one state or union territory, shall, in respect of each such registration, be treated as distinct person. Schedule 1 to CGST Act specifies situation where activities are to be treated as supply, even if it is made without consideration. Supply of goods and or services between distinct person as specified in section 25 when made in the course or furtherance of business is one such activity included in schedule 1 under para 2. Okay. So if there is any supply between distinct person, even without consideration, it is a supply. But movement of truck for repair work, sir, will it be considered as supply of truck? No, no. However, as per CBIC circular, the interstate movement of various modes of conveyance, including inter alia truck, carrying goods or passengers or both for repairs and maintenance between distinct persons, as specified in section 25.4, not involving further supply of such conveyance, may be treated neither as supply of goods nor supply of services, and therefore will not be leviable to IGST. Why IGST, sir? Because it is going from one state to another state. Applicable CGST, SGST or IGST, however, shall be leviable on repairs and maintenance done for such conveyance. This is as per circular number so and so. Thus, in the given case, interstate movement of truck from the workshop of Gagan Engineering Private Limited, located in Haryana, to its repair centers located in other state is neither supply of goods nor supply of services, guys. Last question. Sarvana and Sons wishes to start supplying alcoholic liquor for human consumption in the state of Tamil Nadu. Therefore, it applies for license to the Tamil Nadu government for selling liquor for which state government has charged specified fee from it. Examine whether the grant of alcoholic liquor license by Tamil Nadu government to Sarvana and Sons qualifies as supply. Is it a supply, guys? No. Because again, it is covered in section. You remember? It is covered in section 7(2). Schedule 3 is there. After that, they have given the permission to the government to notify any services which is given by the government in public as a public authority is neither a supply of goods or supply of services. So issue of alcoholic liquor license is covered there, along with the services performed by municipality and panchayat as mentioned in constitution. Actually speaking, in Tamil Nadu, what I know is government manages actually liquor. Okay, wherever they sell liquor, it is by government shops is what I know. Sir, how do you know? Question, don't question. Because literally, because I have very good number of students from Tamil Nadu. When I am speaking with them, I understood this. And actually, once I was actually going to Tamil Nadu, Salem, for a class, one of my student told, "Sir, you have food in Sarvana Bhavan, sir. Super food, sir. It is very famous here." So I thought, okay, because whenever I'm going, I will talk to the people what is famous there so that I can experience it. I can explore it. So I went, I was going to Tamil Nadu. I thought, okay, I will have food in the Sarvana Bhavan only. But when I went to Tamil Nadu, I understood every street has Sarvana Bhavan. Every street has a Sarvana Bhavan. Seriously, I didn't understand where to have. I called that person. I asked, hey, you told Sarvana Bhavan. Which Sarvana Bhavan? There are number of Sarvana Bhavan. Seriously, it is a famous brand in Tamil Nadu, but almost every area you find it. We will not understand which is original. So I asked, where should I have anta? He told, sir, have anywhere same anta. Chalo. 13th one. Services by way of grant of alcoholic liquor license by the state governments have been notified to be treated as neither has supply of goods nor supply of service. Such license is granted against a consideration in the form of license fee or application fee or by whatever name is called. Thus, in the given case, the grant of alcoholic liquor license by Tamil Nadu government to Sarvana Sons is neither supply of goods nor supply of services, guys. That's all. These are the questions on chapter 2 from ICI material.